Hey everyone, I'm Carrie with Scary Halloween. I'm pretty excited about today's animated skeleton project, and I've been wanting to make one for a while now. It can be used as a grave breaker, a ground crawler, something creepy to keep on the porch. It's gonna be amazing. If you wanna keep receiving Halloween DIY videos, hit that subscribe button. Let's go over the supplies. I picked up this skeleton from Home Depot for 29 bucks. I've got 2 scrap pieces of 1x5 boards. They're cut about 22 inches in length each. You're gonna need a reindeer motor or a wiper motor. I've got 1/2-inch PVC pipe and a 3/4 inch T. This is gonna go in, it needs to be slightly larger so it can move around. And then I also have a 3/4 PVC pipe for the neck. So that one we want to fit snug. Couple of mending plates for the wood. You're gonna need a couple of eye hooks and some strong wire or fish line. So I decided to go with a wiper motor on this project because it needed a little bit more torque than what the reindeer motor could provide. I added a 3rd mending plate in the middle just for a little additional stability. So now this is in a T shape. I'm gonna spray paint it black at this point. While that's drying, let's disassemble the skeleton. All of these skeletons have screws to assemble them, so I'm gonna take it apart at the neck here to take the head off. And then I'm also going to take the pelvis off at the legs, but I'm gonna save the legs for another project. Now that I have the head off, I can tell that I need some more room here. So I'm gonna take this part of the spinal column off by unscrewing these screws, and I'm just gonna trim some off for some additional space and then reattach the spinal column. See, there's more room here now for the PVC pipe. I already pre-cut this PVC pipe. It's gonna go inside the clavicle here and then get attached to the PVC pipe right at the clavicle bone. Remember to put your T on here. So that's just gonna attach right there. Okay, the PVC pipe is now connected to the clavicles just by a couple of screws. I highly recommend pre-drilling your holes before you put the screws in. And now we don't want this to slide back and forth, so we're gonna add a couple of screws on the 1/2-inch PVC pipe just to keep it in place, but allow this to still be mobile. There we go. Screw here, screw there. Now it can't slide back and forth, but the neck can still move, which is exactly what we want. Like all things that I make, this too is gonna be jimmy rigged. My plan for the 3/4 inch neck to fit through, but it doesn't quite fit in here. So I'm gonna use a 1/2-inch piece, which will fit perfectly. I'm gonna screw it right into the back of the neck, and then I'm going to screw this in here so it can stay secure. So I grabbed my finished T base that I made for him, and we're gonna start to get him into position. You're gonna want him to kind of face down and bend his shoulder and elbow to where he's reaching out. Next, I connected the motor to the base just by using a bracket, and then I'm using a mending plate for the arm on the motor, and we're gonna connect it to the spine. Okay, so got the spine attached to the motor. I did end up needing to use a heat gun to curve the spine a little bit because it just kept making the motor tip, and I needed it to be smooth. So let's get the fish line ready for the head. I am using eye hooks here on the neck, at the top of the spine, and then here, and then another one underneath. And then I'm gonna thread a 50-pound fish line all the way through it, and we'll see how it works. Okay, look, he's fast, right? He's assertive. And I'm gonna need to get a speed controller, maybe. I don't know, I kinda like it. If you guys know me at all, you know I'm gonna add hair. I'm kind of thinking skullet. Real quick before I added the hair, I spray painted the neck just to have it blend in a little better. I'm loving the skullet. I also added a little bit of creepy cloth with some hot glue gun. One more thing I wanted to go over was the power supply for the motor. To keep it waterproof, I get one of these cheap little tubs and spray paint it black. And then it can just house the power supply.